It's got to be real.
Be real. Be real. So guys, the WBO have stripped Floyd Mayweather Jr. of his title, and I personally, right, I think it's fair, and I'll explain why it's fair. Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't get his title, okay, he didn't get his title, but when the WBO, from what I understand, and if I'm wrong, right, but when the WBO contacted Mayweather, apparently he didn't respond. Now, who does Mayweather think he is that he can't respond? Yeah, I get he's the pound-for-pound king. He's potentially, people are talking about him. I'm not going to say he is or not, but people talk about him the best ever. Who is he? He's a boxer. He's another fighter. He might be the fighter, don't get me wrong, right? But he's still another boxer. And you have to bend to the rules. You can't just become this certain thing where you think you're above the rules and everything. He has to obey by the WBO rules, and he did not contact them back. I don't care if it's WBO's fault that they didn't send him the title, and how can they take a title off him that he didn't receive and all that. But if you're going to be a stuck-up ass, right, and think you're all this and that, like, why should WBO even give you that title, man, if you're not going to respond to them and, like, you know, just have that courtesy of talking to them. I don't know, I might be wrong, man, about all this. I'm not really too good at my boxing politics in regards to stuff like this. But the thing is, right, I think it's good that, the point I'm making is, I think it's good that no boxer should have enough power to be able to pick and choose their opponents, to be able to shrug off the governing bodies. I think they're really the dog's bollocks. And don't get me wrong, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is A-side in every situation now, and he deserves it. He's given his life to boxing. I'm not a hater, and I'm TMT all day and money team, yeah? But this thing about the WBO, I think is very important that the sanctioning bodies on a whole just establish their rights and realise that they are the governing bodies and the fighters are fighters. You know, it's always been like that. You know, like, if you go back in the days of Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta, like, go back then and see what power the governing bodies had. They had some extreme power. You couldn't get a title. Jake LaMotta used to struggle to get a title shot. You know what I mean? Unless the powers that be gave him that title shot. It's better because I think the fighters have to face actual fighters rather than getting to pick styles that suit them, you know? So, having said this, right, I'm going to say this. The WBO is a top-ranked title. It always has been a top-ranked title. And in that sense, right, Floyd Mayweather did right by just blanking them, really, and not giving a damn about that title, because I think, like, they're up the ass of Tim Bradley and Pacquiao and Bob Arum, and, you know, that side of the fence. They're up that side, right? So, for me, right, I think that what's gone on here is there's been a political struggle between the Mayweathers and the top ranks, between the Leonard Ellabys and the WBOs. And do you get what I mean? Like, this is what I think it is personally. I think it's just petty crap, egos getting in the way, and disrespect on both sides. Whose fault do I think it is? I don't know. I really don't care. But he's lost his WBO title, Mayweather. It's a bit of a disrespect to him because he is Floyd Mayweather and he did win that title from Manny Pacquiao for kicking Pacquiao's ass. And I've got to admit, it is pretty funny now. Now that I look back at it, I was supporting Pacquiao and I've always been a Pacquiao fan. But after seeing everything about Pacquiao now, just not, like, I'm a bit disappointed in the stuff he comes out with. Like, judging Mayweather. I don't like that stuff, man. Like, judging him, saying that you went to jail and you beat women. I mean, who the hell are you to judge? You ain't God. Like, don't judge him. I don't like that stuff. But anyway, right, I mean, if he was doing stuff like Adrian Bronner, flipping hell, man, flushing him down the toilet, maybe, right? That's a bit too crazy. But as far as Mayweather goes, like, who is Pacquiao to judge him? Pacquiao comes on across as this really religious figure. I'm not a Pacquiao hater, and I was a huge Pacquiao fan, but judging Floyd Mayweather, nah, man, you can't be doing that stuff. Sorry, mate, you ain't God. But anyway, right, in the comment section below, subscribe as always. I'm feeling a little bit tired. Fast is getting to me a little bit. But what do you think about this whole WBO situation with Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Floyd Mayweather still got his WBC belt, from my understanding. And I think he will defend that belt, and that's the main belt. The WBC belt is the main belt. And Floyd Mayweather has that belt. He's tight with them. The most highly ranked fighter is Amir Khan. The IBF title, Kell Brook. And I think that these are the two fights. I don't believe in this Kareem Mayfield crap, right? And Andre Berto. I think it's either going to be Kell Brooker or Amir Khan, and that's all I see happening. I don't see any other fight happening for Mayweather Jr. Needs to be one out of the two. And if I had to pick, I'd say it's going to be Brook, but I hope it's Khan. Comment section below, subscribe as always, and a bit, guys.